Hi grade 1. Today we're going to talk about subtraction, but we're going to talk about it as though we're thinking addition. Adding is always easier than subtracting, and we can do subtraction by thinking about addition. The reason we want to do this is because when you get into some bigger grades and you start having questions like this, let's say 100 minus 65 equals, we're not sure. You might think addition to get to 100, and you might say, okay, I have 65. I need to get to 70. That's 5 more. From 70, I can get to 100, so there's 30. 5 plus 30 is 35. My answer is 35. Okay, so this is the reason why we want to do this with smaller numbers. Don't worry about this big one. We're not going to do that this year, okay? So before we start on our pages, I want to show you a few things on this practice page. I've done a couple of questions on here for you. We have 7 minus 5 equals not sure. I want you to go back and think about that part whole we learned, okay? We're going to put the big number, the 7, as the whole number. We're going to put the 5 over here, but this is the one we don't know. I bet you, though, if you can add a number to 5, you can get to 7. What do you think you should add to 5 to get to 7? I think you're right. Many of you probably said 2. Okay, so 5 and 2 make up 7. So our answer over here should be 2. When we think about it in a number sentence, we look at it like this. 7 equals 5 plus 2. 7 also equals 2 plus 5. Remember, we can have an answer to a question on this side of the equal sign or this side, as long as both of the sides are the same amount. Okay? Now, when we do it like this, we can also write subtraction sentences. We might say 7 subtract 5 equals 2, and 7 subtract 2 equals 5. We're just moving the numbers around in our number bond, okay? And when we do the addition, we know right away that we're missing the 2, and 7 minus 5 must be 2. Okay, let's try that one more time over here. 10 minus 7 equals not sure. Let's take the big number. Think about it as a part whole. We have 7 here, and we don't know this one, right? But I know you guys know your 10 friends. What's the 10 friend of 7? What do we add to 7 to make 10? I hope you said 3. All right, if we write our number sentences, I know, sorry, that's the wrong one. I know 10 equals 7 plus 3. And I know 10 equals 3 plus 7. So I have the 7 here. What goes in there? The other part, right? Similarly, I can say 7 plus 3. Sorry, didn't want to do that. My mistake. 10 minus 3 equals 7. Or 10 minus 7 equals 3. So here I have my answer, okay? Thinking about the number bond, thinking about what I have to add to the smaller number to get to the bigger number. And there we go. There it is. All right, your pages today, one looks like this, okay? And we are just adding to the smaller number to make the bigger number. So the example at the top is 7 minus 5. What plus 5 equals 7? 2 plus 5 equals 7. So 7 minus 5 must equal 2. Same thing here. We're going to do this. We're going to flip it around, okay? So we are going to solve it as an addition problem. 9 minus 2 equals what? Well, let's think about it. What plus 2 equals 9? The answer is going to be 7. And if we flip the numbers around like we did a part whole, we could also say 7 plus 2 equals 9. If we have 9 here, we can say 2 and 7. If it helps you to write the number bond on the side, feel free to do that. Here's a 10 friend that we talked about. 10 minus 7 equals blank. Well, I think you know that one. That was a 3, right? And if we flip the numbers around, because now we have 10, 7, and 3, we can say 3 plus 7 equals 10. Okay, I want you to try the rest of these. Remember, just flip them around like this. Also remember, if you need to write the part whole on the side, feel free to do that. On the next page that you're going to get, we're still thinking addition. Every subtraction problem can be solved as an addition problem. So what they want you to do is fill in the answers and then match the questions that would go together, the addition and the subtraction. I'll do the example for you and then I'll have you do the rest. So we have 4 plus 4, well that's a doubles, we know that. 4 plus 4 is 8. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to go to the other side just because I know this line's already drawn here. So if I have 4 plus 4 equals 8, well then 8 take away 4 must equal 4. And this would be a match. Okay? I have 6 plus 5. Well, I know 5 and 5 is 10, and one more makes 11, so I know this is 11. Do you see the number sentence on this side that would match? 6 plus 5 equals 11. 11 minus 5 would equal 6. So these two would match. So they want you to fill in the answers and then match them, okay? So when you're thinking about subtraction, you could also think about addition and how we find the difference from the smaller numbers to get the bigger number. Hopefully this is an easy one for you today. Enjoy thinking addition while you're doing subtraction.